supposed to cook once in a day, but my salad supply ran out. And that was what I was eating when I was not cooking at all. So I went days with no cooking at all, just eating salad kits, a salad kit and 2 bagels in a day. And I ran out of everything. So I still want to eat like dinner, but I don't really want to cook twice in a day, and I'm stuck with it. You don't know how to send me food from the YouTube channel, Charles Toe, and you let him live here in this apartment with police having removed him from the Shields apartments, apartment number 2. The constable put paperwork on the door that we're not allowed to live there anymore, which means we aren't allowed to live anywhere where we would receive both the same tenants. On the notification from police department, I mean, I'm not a police officer myself, but the constable would put me out of an apartment. I don't have a gun. Well, Charles Toe snuck in here because the police didn't have leverage to remove me out of that apartment. And the police never cared for that. He was here for, I don't know, like 12 or 13 years. And I do care that that was the police having a problem to themselves in the leverage. They just decided to ignore that problem as well. And there were other problems. I've had the police called on Charles Toe by other people, and the police keep leaving him in my keys. And I don't understand that, because if that's the creator having those questions, I'm over the creator and over everything that creates myself. And I can't get Charles Toe to leave the apartment with that he could just go on with his life elsewhere. And I don't want to help him to go on with his life with myself. Do I look gay to you? Yes, I'm not gay. I wouldn't kill him. That means you have something worse than a gay embarrassing problem you would say no to and tell everyone. Yeah. Maybe that's how you have this problem. Do you say no to things and tell everyone what you said no to? When you order a hamburger, do you say you like it medium rare? Yeah. That's what I think of you saying that you're not gay. You're not an I, so it doesn't matter what you say about your I. I is myself if I'm here. Me is myself if I'm here. You is myself only this way, not this way. Maybe I should take the camera off of where it's perched, I guess you could say. So there's this, and then in the refrigerator, that's what's left. Just that one back there. And I have those 2 containers of cheese. And then this container of cheese. And this is for the pasta. That is a pasta name. I don't know. Do they also make pizza? Well, there are pizzas in the freezer. But I ordered the cheese for the pasta. So I have more cheese than pasta. I don't really want that. So that's what's wrong with the supermarket at this point. I also have more than bagels. I don't have bagels left for that. I also don't have cream cheese left for that. And then I have 2 new containers of almond butter with no bread or bagels to spread it on. So that's what's wrong with it. I don't know if I'll ever speak to anyone directly ever again. It's possible. I saw somebody walk by the outside of the front door, but inside of the fence today. He had a red wagon with him, pulling it with a handle. I don't really want to see that anymore. I don't want to see you anymore. I know you're threatening that you can walk right in here and take anything in that little wagon you want to and walk out with it. I don't have a gun in here. What is it that you think is going to stop you? I don't have a knife either. No. I have a plastic knife. You want to see that? I just pulled a knife on you. This is it. What does that look like to you? Well, can you tell somebody who walked by the front door today, outside, with his little wagon, that he can't come in here with his little wagon and fill it up with stuff and walk out? Who sent him? Did the police send him? I don't get it. What do you want me to do about this problem? You mean somebody else is gonna, I don't know, get a job and he's not gonna come around here with his little wagon and load it up with stuff that he can see in here and it fits right back out the front door? Goodbye. Well, Jerry went out with some knives. The police went out with some pepper spray. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna fight with him. No. Is that how you were keeping him out before when Charles Toe was here? I don't get it. Why is he paying the rent? Don't you ever fight over that wasn't enough money from Charles Toe for his problems? Well, if he paid the rent, it was only just for a little time. And then after that, he has too many problems for the amount of rent money that was being charged. So you didn't sort that out. Well, he's not here now. I just think it's a little late. Oh, don't I think it's a little late? You like my plastic knife? I'm not going to help you with that. I shouted at Delvin that I can't handle Charles Toe. Nope, can't afford him, can't handle him. Don't afford him. I shouted it right at Delvin. If he comes by here with his little red wagon, that he's going to load it up with stuff that's in here and take it out. Who hired you? Who sent you? Because don't you have that problem? I don't work for you. Who hired you? Who sent you to come here and take stuff out of here with a little red wagon? I don't know you that way. That's selfless. If you're going to be a burglar, you can't be living right next door. I guess we're at the bottom of the threatening. We are, but I paid enough rent to be deceased, and I can still see that problem. That means you're below deceased of myself, but we knew that. If you're below deceased of myself, that's my first day at work. Yeah, you're below deceased of myself all the time. Maybe we should stop exclamatory, gasp. You're doing something against myself. Who hired you? Who sent you? What precipitated that somebody in genitals would rain on my day? What precipitated that somebody in genitals would do something wrong against myself? I know you, but you don't know me. If you knew me, you wouldn't do something wrong. If you do something wrong, you don't know me. So is God above me going to take care of it? What do you want me to do? Pack and move. Pack what? Because he wants it. That's me having to walk out of here with nothing. Did you just F-A-R-T? Yeah, I'm not going to help you with that. Go embarrass somebody else. What do you think about embarrassment money? If I F-A-R-T in front of you on camera, I'm in front of you, right? Because you're threatening my address with some guy with a wagon. You don't even know who he is. No, you just order food and eat it. You order takeout food and eat it. You go to the Target and you make a Target run. You go to Walmart and go shopping. You order things delivered from Walmart. You order things delivered from Target or delivered from anywhere. How about Amazon? And you want me to sit around here and worry about how I'm embarrassed that I F-A-R-T'd right in front of you on the camera because you don't have any shame that I'm God and I absolutely don't need to be here. No, I don't. Are you looking for another God? Shop around. Shop around. Ask somebody if they can do what I do for you. It don't matter. But you should inquire so that you stop ridiculing myself, that I have an embarrassing problem. You. I'm going light on the pesto this time. Well, I used too much pesto last time. Yep, it was salty. It was like MSG. Yep, I threw some of it away. I didn't eat it. Well, I would throw it all away because it's expired. It says November 17th. Do you think that's what's wrong with it? Should I just not use it? It's past November 17th. Yeah. Well, I wanted to taste, like, if it's green in there, like basil. The basil is not fresh anymore, if you know what I mean. I want it fresh, but that would never look like this, right? There's something about the basil in here that's preserved. I wonder if we're out of time on the basil. Well, I don't want to spoil this batch. I need to eat it. I need to eat all of it. Well, what's going to happen with the basil in here? The other cell phone personal communication device started to have nighttime reminder. Ask, do I want to turn off the internet? Something like, go to bed. And I don't have control over the body anymore. It doesn't sleep nighttime, and it's past that I would. You're working me overnight. You work me that I fall asleep in unpredictable times, and so it's not alive right there. And then I wake up in the middle of the night and I make videos and post them on YouTube. This is late dinner. I think it's near 11 p.m. Yeah, so I'm not at the middle of the night yet, like, past midnight, but it is late for dinner. So I would bring the phone over here and play a song for the cooking, but I can't because the nighttime reminder came on, and this time I shut off the phone and plugged it in to charge it. So that it's working while I'm not using it. It's charging right now. Yeah. So if we don't get angry with Delvin because he has the wagon, I've seen the cart wagon thing before. I've seen that before. He doesn't have to bring it by the front door. I know that he has it. He brought me some water before, a case full of water in that same red wagon. And when he had the red wagon out here today, I didn't see him leave anything for me. No, he's not going to leave anything for me. Does he have to get out? Because he has a sign over his door that says keep out, doesn't he? I don't know, because I don't know him really. Because of Charles Toe, he brought some water over here. That's how I know roughly. I walk by him sometimes. I guess I don't really know the neighbors because I am not a good neighbor. No, I am shouted. I don't afford the neighbors. Everybody out. You can't say you're not going to leave because everything in this apartment moves when you knock on the door. You just raise the rent. Everybody raises the rent. With everything you say to me, if you don't like what I say back to you, you raise the rent by checking my address and threatening to take away everything that moves. What are you? I don't know. If you want to be that way, if I were you, I would go to jail today. Go to jail tonight. Whenever you see this video, go straight to jail so that you can tell them that you're sorry, that you are yourself. Well, I don't want to be missing something that I need and be sorry that I am myself. That's not really what that means. Well, you think that the God above me cannot provide for me? Providence, Rhode Island. How come you're not in Providence, Rhode Island for Providence? What are you doing around these parts? State of Nevada. You can't want to go to jail at the same time as myself because that's how you dismiss the prejudice of being in jail. For yourself to think about yourself. You don't have much to think about yourself. You can find things to think about yourself when you're in jail. Well, the God above me wants to know how much you can uphold yourself in society, but I don't want to know that at all because if you're in society and you're not alone, you're in the wrong to yourself, and that's all you need to know. That means if you're not myself, you're in the wrong and you can be in jail because you're not myself. Yeah, but you can't say that about me without that. You have to clear it that everybody else is with you on that. Do you want to be with all those other people? How come they don't all fit in my house? Or what about in your fast speeding car? Can you fit everybody who's not yourself in your speeding car? No, I don't have a car, so don't talk to me. You're all smack. I don't want to hear it. You have all the cars, I don't have a car that way. If you have a car, I don't have a car that way. So I would like to park one car for myself and then park all the other cars out of traffic with my one car. That's why I don't have a car. So it will be, what kind of car do we like? Well, we're looking at the wheel coverings. I call them hubcaps because it's the first thing I heard it being called, but maybe hubcap is how you describe an automobile wheel covering. Yeah, that's like a hubcap. Sure, but I still say hubcaps. I didn't know anything else. The wheel coverings, yeah, I like some of them. They're really nice. Now, I want a car with some wheel coverings. I agree with. With. Yep. Okay, I'm going to smell the pesto, but I don't know if that's going to help. Yeah, I need to smell the pesto to see if it's edible. What do you think? Can you smell that? No. Yeah, but I'm really here. This is not scripted, even though it's ordered, but I'm not like Food Network ordered. Well, it smells fine. So everybody knows mass media, mass communications, but you didn't die. So you don't know how to die and you have no humility. You don't sit around and pray that you don't know how to die and God should help you. You can't just say you're sorry to God. I'm sorry that I am myself. He's not sorry that he is himself. You're a teardrop in the ocean and you have to be a very good teardrop. I'm a teardrop myself. I died the wrong way and homeless, but I did not die the wrong way in health. That means I couldn't control that I died the wrong way because it wasn't due to tell you that you were wrong to myself and that you would listen. It's due for you to be wrong to yourself and be homeless, except that I don't have money to cover, that you don't have money to pay for that. You're wrong to yourself, but you need the money if it's me. You're wrong that way. You don't know how to leave, that there was no money to cover Charles Toe's problems. Nope, there's no money, and I'm not going to help you with Charles Toe didn't trash the apartment every day. He trashed it every day until I couldn't clean it up, and I'm not going to help you with that. I could pick up things and beg him not to hurt me for every little thing in the apartment, and I'm not alive in here. No. Well, where's Lynn? Lynn, the cleaning lady, said Mom. Yeah, where's Lynn, the cleaning lady? Because she has to clean up everything that he trashes so he doesn't rape me in the genitals. I'm not security on this place. You want to rape none higher than me in the genitals. I alive everybody's genitals who are not myself. That's why I have genitals on me, so that you can have genitals on you and everybody who's not yourself to yourself, and that does not double the population when you offend me. Well, you're going out of alive like everybody did it. Yep, can't help you there. It was a small embarrassment for the mega disaster you are in the money. You're so reckless and you're so mean. Do you want to talk to somebody about what I said on this video? Go to jail. Talk to anyone you can remember. that you saw a video on YouTube before you were in jail and tell them what you think of it. Yeah, but don't just turn to somebody who's near you and contaminate the air, that you don't belong there and they don't belong there. If you're in jail and you're in prison, you can tell anybody what you think about me if you even remember anymore. That's what's wrong with it. You have to be malicious. You have to go into the jail. You have to say, I have something to say inside of the jail to anyone who will listen to me. It's not due to say it in public. You don't talk to me about somebody who's not yourself in public. You don't talk to somebody who's not yourself about me in public. You don't do that. If you do this, well, Marina Adler might call that gossip, but she doesn't know how to solve gossip of that she's not my sister. But that's not really gossip. That's you lying about who you are. But you're not an honest alive. You're a shunt, and you can't give a birthday and tell everybody that you're a good girl. But you know you are not. You belong in jail and prison telling everybody you think I'm your sister, and look at how many people will listen. They won't. You wanted me to listen, and I didn't say that about you. You who? I have no idea who you are. Have you ever had to meet somebody and they told you that they're your sister in the greeting? What do you want me to do about that? I'm age 20 years old, all of a sudden I have a sister I've never seen in my life. If you want to be a good girl, why aren't you impressing everybody else? Why do you have to come up to me and tell me personally that you're a very good girl? I don't think you are a good girl because I died the wrong way right here. And that was none of your business. Everything died. Everything went wrong. Everything died. I don't know how to help you with your anger problems. You want to be just like me, and that's what's constantly angry. Are you frustrated that you're not just like me? You're frustrated by design that you're not just like me. You don't have an excuse anymore because I did everything that's not just like me, and I'm deceased right here. Yeah, I don't have a boyfriend. Why would I live with somebody with the last name T-O-H? If you were going to guess my last name, would you say it's T-O-H? How do you know? You don't. So why do you want to be a good person? Why do you want to be so good? You don't want to go to jail. You belong in jail, so you can find out that you're not that nice. You can sit in jail for as long as you want to be there, and if you want to be good in jail, you can be very good in jail for as long as you want to be there. That's what I mean. That's what's wrong with you. You need to die, and you're not good that you need a death and you don't have one, because I am myself, I have a death, and you don't. Just me. Only one. Only one can die in God. That's me. The rest of you, you have to die in God is really, you have to be in jail and find out it's not that nice. It's die in God, you can say that, but you have to be in jail, and then you have to be in prison and have the address deceased. That's how you die in God. You don't have an address anymore when you die in God. After that, we don't know. Do you need Father to help you to die out of the address? If I help you die out of the address, you'll never have another address again, and that's nothing to be proud of, that you tell everybody you don't believe in me. You clearly planted that seed, and you grew the plant, and you ate the tomatoes. You're illegal. Okay, I need to turn the heat down. It's 7, so I'll turn it down to 3. Let's try 3. Is that enough? Sauce. Well, start with that. I don't need this purple today. Don't have another one. Okay, more sauce, huh? Say you'll remember me. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again. Maybe if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. Does anybody else cook with the spoon they eat with? Well, I don't have a fork, or I suppose this would be fork food. I don't have a fork. So it's spoon food right now. Okay. I have something in here that doesn't go in the pesto. And I'm not going to turn on the tap water to make it a clean spoon. Nope, it's just going in there. Well, it's what I can afford. Yeah. How about that? Is that enough pesto? Let's say that's enough, huh? Ooh, I don't want to overdo it this time. What a disappointment. I used so much pesto and it tasted like MSG. Really salty. Okay, I need the purple. Okay. Hope for the best. I don't want to do this on the camera and then tell you I don't like it. I'm hoping to like it this time. So I added the pesto into the white sauce and I'm mixing it around. So it looks like it's been, I don't know, seasoned, I guess. Okay, let that heat for a while. So, is this in your way? Or does this go? Just leave it here. So I have something to say about myself deceased, but it is homeless right here. Which is why are you trying to break up my overlord and myself? Because now I am an overlord and I have won. That means you killed the none higher than he deceased, you killed none higher than me deceased, and then you killed myself and you gave me an overlord, and I am one. Well, if you don't stop killing me for your problems that I give you because there's something wrong with you, there's going to be something wrong with you permanently. There are too many of you to say that about me and be right. Nope, you're too many of you in the wrong that way. Okay. It's heated, but it's homeless. Yeah. We'll see if it tastes like MSG again. It's heated, but it's homeless. Do I need this? Yes, I do, but I don't because it's angry. That's angry and I'm ready. Nope, don't. I have to put it back and then say I will eat it, but it's homeless. Okay, so that burner is too hot to be exposed, and I'm this close to it, and the camera was too close to it. This is what I just made. I can add cheese to it, but I just said something angry about the cheese. So is it angry to just rot the cheese and throw it out? What's it to you? If you're a cashier that checks out item after item, customer after customer, if I throw something away that I don't really know who the cashier is, but I'm angry that the cashier gave me too much cheese and not enough pasta, are they just angry with me? I didn't make the selections I was supposed to make, and they don't know who I am that way. That's so interesting that you're still working. Why don't you just say, I don't work for you, and you leave? You keep saying, I don't work for you, and you show up for work. Is it not up to you? If it's not up to you, then I certainly don't want you at the job. I want you get out. And you're not a slave, and you don't work for me. And you don't care who you hurt. Get out. I need something to drink, but I closed the refrigerator. I hope I don't have to get up because it's thirsty. Oh, there's ice. Okay. Taylor Swift Wildest Dreams. Oops. We don't know where you got that song from because I died right here. I'm absolutely hell swears in God. Yeah, I don't know. Actually know you. Well, you're trying to make creation around somebody who doesn't want to be created. Do you don't want to be created? I don't want to be created. If you don't want to be created, first me. I don't want to be created. After that, you don't. Thus, you need to put your illegal penis genital outside, homeless. And if you are trespassed, then you're doing a prison and a mortuary. And that's how you don't want to be created. You say, I don't want to be created when you're flat on your back in a mortuary. You don't have to say that in public where you don't know how your lives with other people like yourself. So how do you like it having no captain for your football team of 30 billion shunts and you don't know who is in charge here? You're this far in the wrong and you still think there's something wrong with me. Every time I tell you that I need something, you just say, I don't believe you need anything. I think there's something wrong with you. That's what you say. Everybody who's not myself. If you could see myself, what do you call me? Becky. Yeah, Becky. I don't believe you that you need anything. There's something wrong with you. That's what you are to me. How are you going to pay for that? Because I'm not Becky. I was named Becky, but I am not Becky. You just want to call Becky, but you're calling Donna, and she wouldn't take a message, if you know what I mean. If you never stop calling me Becky, if you never stop saying I and you and we and us and they and them, if you don't stop saying those pronouns with yourself, about your own body, my mom figured Donna will never leave my house, and that'll be your fault to you. One of the supermarket deliveries, I heard a female saying out loud, she was at the car driver's seat, and she said out loud, I have so many more deliveries to do today, and I have to go for that reason. And all I can say to you is, I'm the reason that she said that she doesn't know who I am. She doesn't know who she hurt, me or anybody else. She doesn't know who she hurt. And I'm exactly why she said that out loud, for me to hear it. Yeah, but she's not I. I'm deceased right here. She said I right in front of me. I am going to make deliveries to other people after this. I'm busy. I have to go now. She said I, and I'm I right here. I don't have to go anywhere. You want to say I? It's not really. My name's not I. My name is, I don't have a name. I am the Godhead. I don't have a name. It's none higher than he deceased right here. And you can't just call me because I have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth like you. You have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth like me. And I don't call you by your names because you're not named in my favor. I'm alive here and you're not really needing to have a name. You can go to jail and prison on any of the points you think it's an emergency to say your own name. If you want to die in a prison in a mass grave, you still need to go into prison by yourself. This needs more pesto. I already put it back in the fridge. Well, it was too much pesto last night, not enough tonight. There's something about this is not quite right yet. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's very good, but it's not maybe, I don't know if there's MSG in here or if it's a little salty. Yeah, oh, let me try it again. It's a little salty, like MSG. So Delvin, with the red wagon, do you pay $1,200 a month in rent as well? Why isn't he arrested for not paying rent? We're past that. Thank you. Wherever Delvin walks around with that red wagon with the handle, he owes that whatever people think about it, that he could solve it. Not just me, that I think his red wagon is too close to some of the movable parts in this apartment. If I open the door and he walks right in with his red wagon and fills it up and walks out, I think he's a little too close to me to do that. But what do other people think about his red wagon? Because it's showing right out there in the sidewalk area where I could call it a corridor between the fence and the building here. Or if he takes it outside the fence, anywhere in the parking lot, wherever people can see him with it. Well, he can't solve that, what people think about the red wagon. I don't want to help him with that. No, does somebody want to take it away from him because, I don't know, they want to use it? Why doesn't he fight with somebody else about his red wagon? I'm not somebody who said that it's not his. I'm not going to jail for every little thing of yours. I'm not going to jail for you. No, 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 no. That is your problem. It is your fault. It is your problem. Don't suck the threatening on me. Are you sucking the threatening? Tell yourself that you're okay. You don't have a problem. I do. Whatever I say, it's just about me. It's whatever I think. It must have been something I was thinking about when I was locked in a mental hospital and seeing psychiatrists. You don't have a problem on your mind. Nothing to worry about. Nope, nope, nope. What am I don't know. I'm not going to jail for you, and you don't know what your problem is. There's really not enough money. You don't fight with each other over all the little things you think are yours to yourself. Well, you're going to die the wrong way if you don't die from something that's yours to yourself. You don't want to die for, of, or buy something that's yours to yourself. You want to come around here and list something that I need. Like I'm the only God that needs anything in the world, and the only need in the world is myself. And yet you don't let go of everything you think is yours to yourself. So you don't need that. I don't think anything is mine to myself in this world. There's nothing in this world that I want to keep. But you are all after that I do need myself. I need what I need. I need my presence of mind. I need my life every day. I need what I need in my life. I need the need. Yeah, I don't have sexual needs. I actually have real needs. What are sexual needs? It's what you think you need when you don't know how to stay away from what I need. Go suck on that for a while, that you think that God deceased has sexual needs. You're God deceased, the one who's alive in your genitals. Your God deceased has sexual needs, and he doesn't need you. Yeah, but you are alive by myself. By that, I have genitals, and so you can have genitals. And somebody who has genitals so that you can have genitals doesn't need you. What do you want to tell me? I don't need you, and I have sexual needs, and that's embarrassing. I have sexual needs with another person like you, but not you, because you don't have a problem like that. So what do you believe in? You want to keep that body of yours? You want to keep your genitals? It's a penis. You want the penis? How long do you want to keep your penis? You don't think there's something wrong with the word penis? No, you want to say I have sexual problems and sexual needs, and I'm not God to you that way. How do you even know what sexual abuse is? How do you even know what that is? You don't have any money. You can't possibly sex a penis. How do you know what that is? Do you have a penis? You're trying to sex a penis and make it into a dong. Yeah, tell everyone. I sexed my penis. It's a dong that way. Fight with Dad over the car? No. Well, you need something to drink. Yeah. This is already room temperature. I need to bake it. Yeah. Mrs. Baker, who are you? Charles Toe said Mrs. Baker. I don't know who that is. More pesto. I had to drink a little water before I came up with the pesto, even though it was right in front of me in the refrigerator. I need something that has not been in my mouth to go into the pesto. But this spoon has been in my mouth and I don't have anything else. Well, how do I do this? Because I would mix it into the cream sauce, but it's like, it's already in there. I don't know. Do you want any pesto? I don't know. I don't know. Try it. Sorry about this. It's double dipping. Yeah, that's wrong to me. Does anybody in the restaurants, do they do something that's wrong to the public health codes? You know, how you can be in a restaurant as a food preparing. Todd Yampol, you're a do not eat beast. You owe a fight with people over that they should not be eating food. So who do you know, Todd Yampel, who doesn't eat veal? Well, does he have a witness of someone who doesn't eat veal? What about somebody who eats veal? Joellen Myroff, Danielle Choquette, and Todd Yampol. You three who say warnings do not eat. Why do you spend that money on me when you were just going to walk away anyhow? Yeah, I don't really think you were threatening me and the Jonatals, like the who penises who followed and thought that I owed them money. Like, do not eat at all. First it's do not eat veal, after that it's do not eat chicken. Oh, wait. Do not eat veal, do not eat meat. So Todd Yampol said, do not eat veal. Joellen Myroff said, do not eat meat. And Danielle Choquette said, do not eat chicken. Did you three want to meet some of the who penises who tell me do not eat anything at all? Well, was it so important and urgent that you say do not eat some certain foods? And what about butcher? Do you know what butchering meat is? If you tell somebody else do not eat meat, are you a butcher? Or you're not a butcher? If you say do not eat meat, I'm not a butcher. Or do you say do not eat meat, I'm a butcher? You know what I think of you very good people. Do not eat meat, do not eat chicken, do not eat veal. You're such good people. Do not eat veal, do not eat meat, do not eat chicken. You're such good people. So why do I have to think about you while I'm alive? If it's not due to be angry, it's not due to think about you. And if I think about you while I'm alive, I should be allowed to be angry, but you have people patrolling my address and where I sleep to make sure that I'm not angry about you. That I don't say it to myself, that I don't say it to God. What if I want to put you out of my mind? I want to think about you. Do you think if you go away with a set of keys and some cars, that I won't think about you, or I will, and it doesn't matter because you're you and you're elsewheres? That's what my problem is. I'm supposed to be elsewheres, away from you and your problems that you don't have any keys. Who put keys in the hands of females' castrations of penis? You're not a castration of a dong, you're a castration of a penis. Where you don't know what your problem is. You're not really female. So Todd Yampol, September 8th, 1990. Why don't you sit next to Donna and eat with her about how you're not going to fight with her about her eating in front of me? So Todd Yampol sat down to eat in front of me like he was going to do what? He's cousin Todd and he's going to do what to me? Why is he cousin then if he's going to eat in front of me? Cousin, I don't know cousin. Cousin's not there. September 8th, 1990. Cousin's not there. You don't afford your money. You don't have any money and you have any keys. And I don't afford this sexual abuse. Well, I worked a lot. I can afford that I worked a lot. I don't afford this sexual abuse of myself. No, there was so much of it. I'm so hurt. I don't even want to talk about it. Comments are open. So, any volunteers to be a feeder in case I live? I don't know where Michello is. I don't know if he'll ever be doing another delivery. Let's say no. Does anyone want to volunteer to be a feeder? You mean not just anyone can be a feeder? Well, my last name's not Trump. No. Why isn't anybody feeding that I don't have the last name Trump? Yep, I don't have the last name Trump. It's not Trump. That's how come I need feeders that I don't know. Anyone want to be a payee for Michello? If he doesn't like it, he knows where I am. Yeah. That's how there's no such thing as a feeder. Yeah, it could be anyone. George Michael, Wham! The Christmas song that he sings. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, and the very next day you gave it away. What if God gave him that voice in his and he said, last Christmas I gave you my heart, and the very next day you gave it away. He's singing into a microphone, and I love it. I love to hear it, but it's like I can wait. I can hear it someplace else. He needs to be deceased out of his penis. He can't sing over his penis with that VOICE. When you're being created in your genitals, you have to see God and you have to say yes to God. If you can't see God, you have to be homeless. You can't say I don't see God and sue somebody who's near yourself for like the rest of their life. If you say, well, God knows me, He knows that I say no to things that God is doing. And that's how I feel that I have God within myself. And I don't want to change. Yeah, but I'm alive here. You don't have a dung genital that would say you need a death. You lived. You spent it. You're not going to believe in it when you find out what you really did to your own self. because you didn't die, because I didn't give the death from elsewhere. We're past that question if you have a penis. I think the cream sauce is MSG in there. Well, I've had it before. That's been stored on the shelf. Here, yeah. Well, what if it tastes like MSG because it's been stored on the shelf here? Well, I added some pesto and that didn't help really. If I'd used red pasta sauce to make a rosé sauce, how about rosé wine? Wouldn't that be better? I don't drink alcohol because I'm an athlete. I'm an athlete. Yes, I am. I got my tennis racket, put on hold for a while because I want God to bless me to be a good tennis player at any time through all weather. Yeah, so I'm in some bad weather right now. I can't play tennis like myself. Myself is in bad weather and I can't play tennis right now. But maybe, someday and forever. I know I'll never be in these genitals again, but we'll see what happens. I have my own creator that wants to create me in female genitals, but there's something wrong with my head. I want to be reformed and I want everyone to see that I have been successfully reformed, but I don't want feminine genitals or mutilated genitals on the Godhead to be mutilated again. They were mutilated genitals on the Godhead you call female. They're mutilated genitals on the Godhead to myself, and they were mutilated while I was alive. Well, I don't want that again. Yeah, but I don't want to give up my tennis racket. Sun and fun, food and mood, spin and top spin. Spinning in a car and top spin on a tennis ball. And what about golf? Is there a top spin on a golf ball too? I don't know. I didn't play enough golf. I need a rain check on the golf as well. am charging the Olive Garden with cleanup tonight. I don't work for you, and I'm going to clean up now. How do I get money out of Creator 8 for what I just said? Everybody off the internet. Yeah. Get out.